recording. I have logged into a Gmail. You can use any Gmail account, like a Google Apps account associated with your school, a Google Apps associated with your business, or just a free Gmail account. This is available. You're going to be doing Google Draw. And to access that is by going to Documents. And do is go ahead and create new. At this point, you can actually create drawings from here, built into Documents, I believe presentations also, and sheets. I use drawings. They call it drawings, and when I think of drawings, I'm used to the paintbrush, where I can make any design I want. Well, the drawing is built. It actually works best as a tool, and you type of skills. What you notice right here is the shape you can insert. So I can insert a little box.
Stupid phone. So
You okay?
yeah, scare me. One of those.
Yeah. Able to add a topic, and you add multiple of these, multiple shapes, depending on what they mean. And going in, you can add, and then create different types of connections between the two. So I'm going to click here, click here, and just trying to
like the standard flowchart shapes too. Some of them. So.
exactly. So you can make.
I love it.
The types text, you can do other different shapes. But it's very quick and easy to make those flowcharts. And you can add a title, such as, a document. I have very many forming. It looks like I can make it bold. Make the color. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Then you can also go through and my document built in here. Use the same tools that I would with most other Google documents. And this is where it really shines using something like this. Is I go back and I can share this. And if I'm a student, I can share it with my teacher.
Okay.
And I'm going to click share. So now that I've done that, both and my teacher can be editing this document. The teacher go through and insert, maybe they want to insert a text line, some text and add some comments if they wish. This is very nice for that formative assessment, for handing in work. And you can see it in live. I actually had a science teacher here who was in this. He had tried to do, we needed to make flowcharts in class and do it in pretty much any different way they could. I had some students that used insert to be able to see you no matter what, to be able to see him, unlike the Inspiration where we didn't have the exact same version, he wasn't able to see it. And again, he was also able to edit it and work with it in a collaborative environment, which was also new. Just going through these other items. File, seeing revision history, and all the things you can do are standard to Google and Google Apps product. You use this as a JPEG or a PNG, so it can be a photograph that you insert into any other document or on a web page.
Cool.
Download it as a PDF file. Again, readable on a web page. Select all, select none, very similar there. Zoom in, what you can insert. So, line, same as that, straight line. If you hold down the Shift key, it'll be a line that's either at a slope or a straight line. That Shift key creates a very straight line. It's a very good technique to learn. For a straight line, it's pretty standard across all graphic applications. What you saw me do before. Again, I'm going to Shift key. Make some lines that are not straight. Move around. I can modify it a little bit. So keep going back. Which is just the way of creating another box, but a specific shape that you'd want it to be. Okay. I'm not getting too many things on here.
Huge.
Okay. Art is not working for me. Scribble allows me to create a shape. Now, Paintbrush, though, this works. You can resize the items however you want. You can rotate items, individual.
Okay.
Name. So name in there. I can do either items. The text line, the inside, and the outside if I also wish. I can make it thicker. Italic. I hate it. And read it.
Cool.
Box is actually a box surrounding text. Again, learn. I can rotate it. Which is, I think, very similar to just creating a text.
Yeah.
Get them right there. So you can now also insert an image if you that's me. Never learning. There you go. So I inserted. wheel. And you can insert pretty much any numerous types of shapes that you'd like to get these into here. Again, we can change it to be a black background, transparent, blue, whatever you like. If I am selected on an item, do I think the bevel joining aligns together and choose how to look. Row center on page, snap to grid, change over if we want something to go behind or below. They have help.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. So it's a very simple item that you can bring in. There's not much to this. I didn't want to go overboard with it, but I do want to show you some of the other things, how it can integrate into a Word document.
Okay, if we switched over to this other thing, how can we get this?
This is free.
Oh, it's free.
The Google Apps product is free.
Okay.
So you have your students either sign up for Google Docs,
Mm-hmm.
and they can even use their Castleton email if they wish,
Yeah.
or can have them sign up for a Gmail account at Gmail
Okay.
and access to this and do
Okay.
share and everything else.
Okay.
So just as school has a different system, this is free accessible by any student can have access to this. You want them to. The advantages is if you do sign for school,
Mm-hmm.
when they do the sharing,
Yeah.
all the email addresses will be in, all the teacher email addresses will be in.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We won't have that option.
Yeah, that won't be there.
Okay. It doesn't work. That doesn't work for my class anyway. But so this will be really super for effective speaking when they're doing individual anyway.
Yeah. So we had to share.
Yeah.
We have that you can bring in,
Mm-hmm.
but we can use this in a Word document or other document. Sorry. So this has the green bar, but let's say I create a document, and what the document is, sometimes if you write a document, to my plan, you want to insert a shape into your document that you're creating. What you can do is you can actually insert, and you have the option of a drawing. So I'm going to insert a drawing. You know it is very, very similar in the setup of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to insert just a plain old circle. And a whole piece of it actually looks like a circle. Then I want to change the coloring, so I actually want the inside to be transparent. And I want the outside to be red. Maybe it has to be a little thicker. Circle. I'm going to save and close, and that is part of my document. Not only is it part of my document, but I can double click on it. Or I used to be able to double click on it. Oh. Again. Let's try this again. Let's try the line. Just line. This I can edit. Circle, apparently it as an image.
Mhm.
So you can go back and you can re-edit the image.
Yeah.
Some of them you can't, or is it going to get? Oh, here you go. Right now, it's hiding on me. So edit right now. I go back and re-edit my circle, and let's say maybe I decide I want it to be blue this time. Save and close, and I can bring it back.
Cool.
As well, I can change the size of the. You see where it becomes very powerful in the fact that it can be used standalone, right here, or used within a document itself, right in here. As mentioned before, it works very well for flowcharts,
Yeah. I like
mapping.
that idea.
We go back to edit. Now in create a document, you'll notice able to change some of the sizing and some of the other coloring. So I'm actually going to specifically go through and what I am doing with that. Clicking on the select tool. Once I select tool, you'll notice that there are dots all around it, are resized dots. The little green doohickey is a rotate tool. So if you grab that, you can rotate the document however you want. Text, by double clicking, I was able to add text. And this, watch this, this is going to come up upside down. The little green thing is the top of the image text. So I can text upside down. The fill options. The outline. Both. Actually, duplicate, rotate down to good order.
Does this work with, say, a PowerPoint? Can they cut and paste this into a PowerPoint, or is this something totally separate?
Well, again, Google Docs has its own version of PowerPoint.
Okay.
So I'm going to close this, go to presentations, and click insert. Draw in is one of the options. So
You know what kind of PowerPoint called? Just presentation. Okay.
Yeah. Goes with a word processor,
Okay.
presentation tool, an form. So that's very similar to like SurveyMonkey.
Yeah.
Which I'm showing you today is basically a type of folder.
Oh, okay.
And templates. I wonder if there's any drawing templates. So go into the template gallery and see what people have done. You can
Yeah. Nice.
form charts. This person needs a prom application. Then drawings. Does not seem available. Or title. But flow charting is their primary function. I'm surprised they actually call it drawing, but it is one of their functions of it. Look inside the presentation here. Again, you can click insert, draw, create line or arrow, however you want. Next box and go here. I wrote this to match my arrow.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I've been closed, and it's going to go into my presentation.
Super.
You're able to go in, images, integrates either by itself and any of their tools. You can do charting, you can use it for graphics, adding some special text, and items. This is a shorter, but hopefully still
It's
very
awesome
good.
page.
Any
Needed
questions?
to know. Exactly what I needed to know. That is super. I'm going to mention that to the kids in class tonight. We'll draw.
At the end of the year, I have them all sign up for a Google account.
Mm-hmm.
You can do, here, I'll get out of my Google account here.
Class, what can I, www.google.com, is that enough?
What I used to recommend doing at the beginning of my class is going to docs.google.com. And what you can do is you can create an account. And it says current email address.
Mm-hmm.
Set it up with their Castleton or their school email address.
Okay.
So, or I just enter their name in, create the password. And I made it easier if you tell them they have to use their Castleton email for the items.
Yeah.
That way you at least have the naming convention.
Uh-huh.
Because you do a class list with the correct spelling of their names, and the naming convention, at least on his first initial dot last name.
Yeah.
So, and they share a document with you, that also means you'll see that it's from.
Yeah.
So then, our 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You might not know who that is. It's free to sign up. When you do sign them up, it will send an email,
Mm-hmm.
Castleton email,
Mm-hmm.
that they have to click on within 24 hours to confirm.
Okay.
So, there have been times where I have set this up and had the students sign in, fill this out, and whether they didn't listen to me or I didn't show them or something, they didn't click that confirmation email. And the class that came in have access to their internet they've created.
Okay.
Or login information. Doing it this way means you have no control over the passwords as a teacher, so you would have to
That's fine.
suggest students to use the password reset, or I forgot a password,
Mm-hmm.
if they forget. Either create an account with your current email address, or they can use @Gmail. If they do with the Castleton one, that means anytime someone shares a document, will be notified to their Castleton email account.
Okay. All right. So when are we going to meet? Soon, right? Next week, isn't it?
Hopefully. Are we
On the 3rd.
actually stop the recording on this one?
Okay.
Would you like to just
Yeah, I want to make sure we're meeting on the 3rd.